For The Matrix, Keanu Reeves went through intense training to prepare for his role as Neo, including learning martial arts and performing most of his own stunts. For the scene where Neo dodges bullets in the iconic bullet dodging sequence, Reeves had to undergo significant physical conditioning to bend backward in a way that made it look realistic and dynamic. In fact, this pose was inspired by his training in wire work and martial arts, combined with CGI to enhance the effect. The sequence ended up being one of the most memorable scenes in the film, and it set the standard for special effects in action movies for years to come. In the movie Jurassic Park, when Jeff Goldblum is lying on the table with his shirt open, it wasn't originally scripted that way. Goldblum chose to unbutton his shirt because he thought it would make sense given the extreme heat after the T-Rex attack, which added to Malcolm's laid-back and quirky persona. The scene became an iconic pop culture moment, even inspiring countless memes, and it highlights Goldblum's natural charisma in bringing humor to tense situations. In Lord of the Rings: The Two Towers, Viggo, who played Aragorn, broke 2 of his toes while kicking a helmet in frustration during the scene where they find the burning pile of orc bodies. That scream of agony is completely real. Mortensen's pain was genuine, and despite the injury, he stayed in character, and Peter Jackson kept the take because of its raw emotion. This dedication really shows how Mortensen brought authenticity to Aragorn's grief. In Titanic, the iconic sketch of Rose was actually drawn by director James Cameron, not Leonardo DiCaprio. Cameron, who's a talented artist, wanted the drawing to be as authentic as possible, and what better way to do that than to just do it yourself. Every sketch scene in Jack's portfolio was also done by Cameron. This added a personal touch to Jack's character, blending Cameron's talent with the film in an unexpected way. So the hands you see in close-ups are actually James Cameron's.
He does landscapes. Just relax your face.
Sorry.
No laughing.
Surprises.
In The Avengers, where Tony Stark offers Bruce Banner some blueberries while working in the lab, the blueberries were not even in the script. Robert Downey Jr. often kept snacks hidden on set, and during filming, he randomly pulled out a bag of blueberries and offered them to his co-stars. The surprise reactions from Mark Ruffalo were genuine, since no one knew what Downey Jr. was going to do next. This improvisation added a great layer of humor and natural interaction between the characters, which worked perfectly given Tony Stark's eccentric personality.
Even if Barton didn't tell Loki about the tower, it was still all over the news.
Jarvis has been running it since I hit the bridge. In a few hours, I'll know every dirty secret S.H.I.E.L.D. has ever tried to hide. Blueberry?
Yet you're confused about why they didn't want you around.
In The Dark Knight, there was a popular rumor that during the scene where the Joker crashes Harvey Dent's fundraiser and grabs Rachel, Heath Ledger improvised his intense interactions with her, including the moment where he grabbed her face. Many people believed Gyllenhaal's surprised reaction was genuine, as she wasn't expecting Ledger's physical approach. However, this was later debunked. Maggie confirmed that Ledger was very considerate and that they had thoroughly rehearsed the scene beforehand. Ledger's ability to remain in character and make the scene so unsettling made it seem as if it was spontaneous, but it was actually carefully planned.
We have no money for surgeries. She can't take it. I just want to see her smile again. I just want her to know that I don't care about the scars. So, I stick a razor in my mouth and do this to myself. And you know what? She can't stand the sight of me. She leaves. Now I see the funny side. Now I'm always smiling.
In Pulp Fiction, the famous twist dance scene between Vincent and Mia was inspired by the 1964 French film Band of Outsiders. Quentin Tarantino wanted to pay homage to this movie and John Travolta's previous dance background. He combined the homage with Travolta's ability to charm on the dance floor, and what resulted was an iconic pop culture moment. Something both playful and out of left field that only added to the cool and unpredictable vibe of this movie. In Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, Rupert Grint, which is who plays Ron Weasley, has a very real fear of spiders, which made filming the scenes with Aragog particularly challenging. His reactions of fear were genuine because Grint's arachnophobia came into play. The filmmakers took full advantage of this, using his real-life phobia to enhance Ron's terrified expressions and body language during this sequence. This level of authenticity made the scene even more convincing, heightening the tension for the audience.
Well, thank you. We'll just go.
In Back to the Future, where Marty McFly plays Johnny B. Good at the high school band, Michael J. Fox actually learned to mimic playing the guitar parts accurately. However, the voice you hear singing isn't Fox's, but rather a professional musician's voice dubbed over. What's interesting though, is that Fox worked hard with a guitar coach to make sure his finger positions were correct so it looked as authentic as possible. The filmmakers wanted to ensure the performance looked realistic, especially since it's such a pivotal and energetic moment in the film that brings Marty's character full circle.
Louisiana down in New Orleans, way back up in the woods among the evergreens. There stood a log cabin made of earth and wood, where lived a country boy named Johnny B. Good. He never ever learned to read or write so well. He could play a guitar just like he's ringing a bell.
In Forrest Gump, one of Forrest Gump's most memorable lines
My name's Forrest Gump. People call me Forrest Gump.
was actually improvised by Tom Hanks. He decided to add the second part to convey Forrest's charming innocence and literal nature, and it ended up being perfect for the character. Hanks' improvisation added to the humor and sincerity of Forrest's personality, making the line iconic and reflecting the endearing simplicity that defines the character.
My name's Forrest Gump. People call me Forrest Gump.